Welcome to the month of June, 30 days all about gin. Shining a spotlight on those with a unique spin. Fun facts and proper tastings, cocktails and Friday afternoons. Discover 13 different brands and be influenced by me. Some for all. That's right, I am a song for all.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this 9th day of Gi-Une, my annual 30-day salute to gin during the month of June. So today is Thursday, and that means it's my final product tasting day for this week. And I've got a lovely little number from the north of Ireland with a perfect spin that pays tribute to a rich and hard-working history in Ulster. Folks, today is all about Weaver's Irish Dry Gin from the good people at Echlinville Distillery. Now, some of you may recall that I've talked about Echlinville before in relation to some of the Irish whiskey that they make. See, that discussion was part of my 2020 online series called Whiskey on a Sunday with Som for All that you can find on YouTube. Now, the Echlinville Distillery is located on the grounds of the Echlinville Estate, which boasts a 400-year-old history just across the Ards Peninsula, just east of Belfast, with the name of the estate being tied to Bishop Echlin that arrived in the area way back in 1613 from Fife, Scotland. Now, the brick and mortar distillery itself was founded in 2013 when Shane Braniff, a local area lad whose family had farmed the region for generations and also owned a local pub, well, Shane bought the property and obtained the first new license to distill in the north of Ireland in 130 years. Wow, that's pretty cool. And truthfully, no matter what the product being made at Echlinville is, it's all about field to glass for them, right? Meaning that the grains and most ingredients that's used in either their whiskey, their poitín, and or their gin, it's all local. Now, their base grain is barley, and that barley is also grown on their own farmland in the Ards Peninsula, making them actually a farm-to-glass distillery. Maybe one of the first that's doing that. And if that's not enough, their barley, right, barley that's used in their spirits, that barley is all floor malted, and it's raked by hand, mirroring time-honored methods of painstaking quality control that distillation in this region was known and revered for hundreds of years ago. Okay, so we know it's a barley-based gin, and that it's cultivated and malted with extreme care and commitment. But what's the spin? After all, right? This year's Gi-Une is all about gin with a spin. Well, folks, how about using flax seed in their gin? Right? For me, that's a pretty unique approach. Definitely a spin in my book. You see, for over 300 years, Ulster, the northernmost province of Ireland, had many farms and factories that were dedicated to driving the Irish linen industry. Many of the people who lived in this region also worked in the flax fields, right? That's where linen comes from. It comes from flax. And many of those people also worked in the linen mills themselves. In this gin, flax seeds are vapor infused here to pay homage to this rich linen history in the north of Ireland. This is Weaver's Dry Gin. And now, folks, just a little gentle reminder, right? I've said dry gin a few times, and the term dry gin indicates that there's no added flavors or no added flavor ingredients inside the gin. Only the natural taste from the ingredients are used in the bottle. No surprise, right? There's nothing not natural here. No surprise, it's from Echlinville. No shortcuts are ever taken with these folks. Also, not that it has to do with the gin itself, but it's a lovely glass bottle as well. Just, little blue hue, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so this gin comes in at 42.5% alcohol by volume, and it's in a 700 ml format. And aside from flax seed that I mentioned, and barley, it also includes ingredients such as juniper, of course, right? Has to be juniper if it's going to be a gin, rowan berries, pink peppercorns, lemon, lime, elderflower, jasmine, angelica root, and clove. all of that is in here. So I'm intrigued, hope you are too. Let's dive in for a sniff and a taste, shall we? Now, as always, we're first going to acclimate our nose by raising the glass 3 times, and then on the 4th raise, we take a big inhale, right? So here's how I like to do it. I approach the gin and I go, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. I hope you're going to smell delicious. So now my nose is ready, my olfactory bulb is ready to appreciate what's in the glass. 4th raise. Now that's a wonderful bouquet. Wow. Initially, there's a good bit of citrus. So grapefruit, lemon, lime, they all burst forth right out of the gates, but not aggressively. Then there's this soft, nutty kind of note, followed by a crisp and clean evergreen pine. Now, when I dig a little deeper, I pick up the peppercorn and floral tones, and I also get a little bit of a ripe pear fruit note and some honey-like tones. Just a wonderful array of aromas, all well balanced and all well nuanced. Now the fun. We taste. And remember, when tasting either wine, spirits, sake, we always want to swish that liquid around our mouth and coat all 5 of our flavor receptors. So sláinte. So right away, it's a little bit warm. It's also creamy on the mouthfeel. Very welcoming, very pleasant. Some Cisti Zetris abounds, followed by some resiny pine from the juniper. And now I'm starting to get that peppery heat kicking up a notch, right? It's not a burning heat. It's just a peppery spice heat. Not too much so, but it's kicking up a bit. Okay, now I'm getting some almond marzipan notes that are coming through. Getting hints of angelica root, some orange, sweet pear fruit coming back. And just on the back end, there's a little bit of clove spice. That flax seed infusion really changes the complexity of this gin for sure. And truthfully, there's nothing I don't like about it. I think it's pretty awesome. Okay, so where can we find Weaver's Dry Irish Gin? Well, if you're in Europe or the UK, it's widely available for you folks. Seems to be around £33 in the UK for a 700 ml bottle, or about €35 for a 700 ml bottle. Here in Ontario, where I'm located in Canada, we can find it at the LCBO, stock number 22447, retailing for a very reasonable $57.35 Canadian for a 700 ml bottle. At least in my opinion. You know, I know it's starting to get a little touch pricey for 700 mLs, but folks, you're really getting so much quality, so much balance, aroma, and flavor. At the price point it is and the format it is, for me, I've got no complaints. This is actually a run, don't walk to the LCBO gin for me. And if you do that, I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed. For my US friends, I'm seeing it online by some agents in the States for about $27 USD a bottle. An absolute bargain at that price if you can get it. For my other followers in Western Canada and Quebec, sad news yet again. We're having bad luck with Irish gins this week. I can't see it available anywhere in Manitoba, Alberta, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, and it's not available in Quebec either. So, you know, you got to come to Ontario, or better yet, go to Belfast. I'll tell the family you're coming. All right, so Weaver's Irish Dry Gin. There you have it. Definitely a gin with a unique spin. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Tomorrow, day 10 of June, I'll be sharing an easy-to-make gin cocktail recipe using one of the Irish gins that I showcased this week. Be sure to check out my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages and ensure that we are connected by following each. Also, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you'll make sure you won't miss a moment of June. It's all very easy to do. Just go into the search fields for each of those platforms, type in SOME number 4 ALL, and you're all set. Until tomorrow, stay safe, be well, and sláinte from Psalm for All.
I am a song for